Hey guys, it's Dave from the Redneck Garage. Well, I'm moving towards getting ready to paint this thing this weekend, and I'm trying to get ready, get everything finished before we do that. I've got a couple little spots on the body that I want to take a look at, as far as like some dents on the bottom of the driver's side edge and on the cowl on the passenger side. We're going to take a look at those today and see how close we can get to getting this thing in primer and start doing block sanding for the final prep.
Okay, so I'm looking at the side over here, and everything looks pretty good except for this bottom edge. You can tell that they've picked up this tub with like a forklift or something. What I think I'm going to do is go across this bottom section with thin skim coat of Bondo, sand it down and make sure that we're pretty straight before we primer it. I can see that there's a few little dings and dents across here, and some of it's factory. Those are spot welds, you can see. But that's going to be the first thing that we do on this side. I'm going to try to show you this. What a trip this is. You can see right here, these are the spot welds that are underneath the fender flare that they don't really care about. But can you see that? Holy crap, that's terrible. There's another one here and here. So that is a trip. Okay, got a thin skin coat of Bondo down here on the bottom. And what that'll do is tell me if there's any low or high spots, dents, things like that. If they're high spots, it'll really show up, because as you're seeing, it'll be just bare metal. So that's why I did that bottom edge. Everything else looks really good. I don't see any dents or dings or anything else on the rest of this side. I also went ahead and put a little bit of filler right here where we had this dent. So we're just letting this tack dry up a little bit, and we'll be sanding this down. Get this stupid thing in primer. Okay, after sanding it all down, I basically got just a little high spot here, and there was a high spot right here, which I've just tapped down with my hammer. And we're going to put just a real thin, light layer of Bondo. You just want to tap it in a little bit, sand it. The rest of the panel looks really good. There's really no high or low spots, or if it had low, it was filled in. So I'm pretty happy with that. One of the things that came in today was a scraper blade for my sawzall, and we're going to use this around the windshield frame to get that urethane off. And while I was ordering, I thought, well, you know what, I really do need a really super cool Milwaukee beer opener and a koozie. And it comes with a, I guess, a measuring tape. I guess I need that. But more, I need the bottle opener. Woo! Scraper blade. Look at that. Pulled it right on up off of there. So these scraper blades that fit on the end of your sawzall work like a champ. So I'm getting all this stuff off of it, and then we're going to start prepping the windshield. Okay, so the frame came out awesome with my new scraper blade, and I just took a wire wheel and went around it. There's a couple little spots. It's going back urethane over it, so it shouldn't be any issue, but I'll go ahead and clean this up here in just a little bit. And we've got one spot to Bondo right here in this corner, and I can actually tap it out from the inside a little bit, straighten it up, and then just put a skim coat of Bondo in this corner. But you'd be surprised how expensive these stinking frames are. They're like 200 bucks, somewhere around there, if I'm not mistaken. So I figured I'd fix this one and reuse it. Okay, I've been in the garage burning some midnight oil trying to get this stinking grill prepped. I almost felt like buying a new one. The problem with it is they use this roll-on bed liner, and they got it in between all these rungs, and it was a booger to get off of everything, and I didn't really want to strip it down to bare metal. So actually lacquer thinner or MEK took it off. It just took a long time to get in all these grooves. So that looks great. I've got it sanded down and about ready for primer. And on the inside, if you can see right in here where all the bolts and nuts are, they were pretty badly rusted, so I took a scaler and knocked all the rust off, cleaned it, and put some rust reformer on it, so they shouldn't rust in the future. Super cool. And the only other tip that I would have is when you're putting these things back together, if you've had a lot of rust and it was hard to get apart, go ahead and run you a tap through all your bolts so the bolts go in nice and easily and smooth, and put a little anti-seize on there, and if you ever have to take it off, it'll be much easier. So this thing's ready about for primer. I'm going to clean it off one more time, and then we'll be ready to primer it too. Okay, it's getting late in the day, and I'm going to try out one more tool that I received to see how it works, and that is my Milwaukee beer top opener. There's nothing more manly than opening a beer with a opener rather than twisting it off like a girl. So we're going to open up my Michelob Fat Man beer, and it works like a champ. And I can go ahead and put my, it's really for a beer can I think, my cozy on it. There we go. Alright, so I'm ready. I want to first say that I'm sorry that I lied to you guys. I said that there's not one part on the exterior of the Jeep from the first green one that I bought from New Jersey, and that's not actually true. I'm using the windshield frame and the front grille. That's it. How sad is that? But I've got everything ready to be primed. I've got most of the externals done except for one door I need to fix a little dent in. Got the second dent over here fixed. Man, I'm going to have this thing in primer tomorrow, and we're going to start doing some black sanding and guide coating. And hopefully, Lord willing, we'll have this thing in paint this weekend. That's my hope. I'm David from the Redneck Garage. Keep turning wrenches.